Today we're back with another minor improvement I'm making, this time in the bathroom to my house. I need a little place to hang towels, and that'll hold multiple towels, maybe even like a robe or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little shelf that's going to have some of these hangers on it that will go behind the bathroom door. So let's check out how we do it here. First thing I'm going to do is cut my 1x12 to 6.5 inches wide. I made a second pass at 6 inches wide to make sure I get two parallel sides. It was pretty straight, but I decided to go ahead and do that anyway. So now the final width is 6 inches for this piece. Now I've decided that my piece is going to be 19 inches long, so I'm just going to make a mark on here at 19 inches. And then go to the miter saw and cut it at the final length. I've gone ahead and trimmed off the knots from this end here. Now we're going to come back at the table saw and we're going to cut our trim pieces at 1.5 inches wide. We'll cut these to final length after we get these ripped. I'll need 3 of these. Now we will need to cut miters for our frame. If you haven't done miters before, this is a great way to practice them so you can get better at cutting them. So what I've done here is I've cut my first 2 miters and I got them lined up here on this corner, and they look pretty good. So now I've made a mark on this side where I need to make my cut, and I've put the angle it needs to be at. So I made it just like this. And that's so I know which way I need to make sure I turn my miter saw. It's a little long, so we'll trim it up, sneaking up on the cut now. And that right there will work. So now we'll copy this on the opposite side. Now we need to come back and mark this other side here. Again, a mark with an angle on which direction it's going to cut. So I got it rough laid out, and now it's time for everyone's favorite part of woodworking, which will be the sanding. I got these all laid out where I want them at, so now I'm just going to come in here and draw the circles where the holes are going to go for the screws. And to help make sure these stay in the center, I'm going to use my center punch to mark the center of the holes before I drill them. And now we'll go ahead and sand it again. So just a little bit of glue. And a couple of brad nails will hold this to hold it in place while the glue dries. And now to clean out the glue to make sure there's no squeeze out that's going to interfere inside. I added some clamps on here just to give it some extra pressure while that glue dries, and I'll let it sit for about 20 minutes or so. Maybe 30 minutes. Now I'll take it out of the clamps and sand the edges. Now time to add a few coats of spray lacquer to this. And why I didn't put both screws in these right now is I'm going to take two of these off. I'm going to put a screw behind this where it's covered up, and that's going to be what attaches it to the wall. Since I don't know exactly where it's going to go on the wall, I wanted to wait until after I get it mounted to put the second screw in. Now I'll show some pictures of it, but in my bathroom there's not really a lot of room to get the camera in there and get good lighting where I could get this filmed. So I'll take some pictures once it's done. So this simple bathroom towel holder is finished. I used oak stain and I finished it with spray lacquer, and it turned out great. I'll show you some pictures once I get it hung on the wall in there. Like I said, I'm gonna take two of these off, put screws in it to hold it to the wall, and then I'll put these back on there and you won't even know how it's held up there. So thanks again for watching. If this happens to be your first video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this that I have coming out. Thanks again for watching, and as always, y'all will see me next time.